Central Calhoun at the last tournament. When South Central Calhoun was a ranked dual team and tournament team, was another building block, and I think this would kind of finish off the beginning of the season and let Woodbury Central fans know that, yeah, we're not going anywhere. And for West Monona, them trying to show that they belong. That's where they've been wanting to be here for a couple years, and this is their chance to show that they belong, and they're right there with the top guys again. So.
Yeah, and, you know, West Monona, they've got a great coaching staff. They do a really nice job of bringing their skill set up from the kids that aren't quite where they need to be. You know, they really do a nice job working with their kids, and it's shown over the years since you know, the last 4 or 5 years. They've always been a fun opponent to wrestle. You know, it's kind of a shame that we wrestled this early. It'd be the nice way to kind of capstone the dual season off for the regular season dual. But for the last 4 years, for sure, tonight's been the night to kind of claim the conference championship, and I really don't see it any different than that this year again.
Yeah, I mean, starting off like this, the only thing that we can maybe hope for is however it goes for both teams. The team that maybe comes out on the wrong side of things, maybe you get a chance to come back, get them at that regional duels. I know we're at the same regional duels last year, so yeah, if somebody comes up short, they're going to keep working and hopefully get to that spot, get another crack at it.
Yep. So we're in the brand new Kingsley-Pierson Panthers gymnasium. It's a beautiful gym we have here. First time I've ever been up into the gym, so it's kind of nice to finally get a visual of what they've been building the last year and a half. So getting ready for the starting lineups for tonight. We'll kind of put the camera in the center of the mat where the kids meet, and kind of Justin will walk through kind of tonight's matchups, and I'm sure he has identified some key matchups in each duel. So.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously when it comes to duels, there's a lot of chess match kind of things that go on there, so we really never know exactly where somebody's going to be. We'll bump
Yeah, we're just going through the starting lineups for all 4 teams here tonight. You will see that Ridgeview is here tonight. They're kind of, I guess, as Coach Thomas says, it's our traveling partner, I guess. We go week to week to our conference duels, and we will face them. We actually go to Ridgeview next week, but we will not wrestle Ridgeview. We'll wrestle them at a later date. So kind of unique how it all works out, but it saved, I think, a one date of weigh-ins for us to do it this way. So it's good for everybody. Get another opportunity to see some different teams in our conference teams. I know the Wildcats, we really appreciate that. Coach Thomas would like to knock all this stuff out in one Friday night and then do the conference tournament on a Saturday, but he hasn't got enough allies for that thought right now. So hopefully it happens over time. So. Just to talk about our camera view tonight, it's going to be pretty close. We're pretty close to the mat. We're about halfway up the visiting side of the bleachers here, so it's going to be a different angle than what you typically would say. Talking to the superintendent here in Kingsley, as you build a new building, there's just a couple different things that you kind of miss, and like he said, they missed an electrical plug-in on the very top side of the bleachers, so we're just kind of making this work tonight. You also see I'm trying to put another camera in the bottom right-hand corner. It's kind of tough to see. I'm going to leave it up there just for now because it's not really obstructing our view of the mat. If you can see the score, we'll announce what the Wildcats, if we're home, or guests on the scoreboard. If you can read it, home is on the left side, guests on the right side. Looks like tonight they popped that up there. It looks like we're going to start at 145 pounds, so it's going to be some critical weights for the Wildcats coming into both these duels. I mean, we're right in the heart of where the Wildcats kind of need to win some matches, and that's where we're going to start. But it's positive and negative thing there because we'll swing back around and get through our 120, 26, 32, 38, where we feel pretty comfortable with quite a few of those weights this year.
Yeah, talked to Coach Thomas a little bit before this, and I'm not sure if he gave me every thought that they had, but I was, you're always curious when you come to these duels like this, and they're going to be so tight, like the Woodbury Central duel. If there's any chess matching going on, or any thoughts they have about where you might want to move somebody, depending on who gets the coin flip and who's going out first. But you get the impression that we just got to get it done. It's not a lot of who's going to wrestle where, about where we can finagle points. It's going to be more just kind of our guys are going to go out, and their guys are going to go out. We're going to see who gets it done out there on the mat. It's going to be a little less of a chess match in that one, a little bit more about like man on man, and let's get it done and see who comes out on top. Yeah,
and I think Coach Thomas typically sticks pretty true to his game plans. He kind of just runs right through what he thinks is going to work, and kind of lets those other guys play some, this early in the season, lets them play some chess matches against us. I know last couple of years it's been a little bit more direct with our lineup was kind of what it was, and we were pretty confident with what we had in the barrel when we started loading the weapons. So this year it's really not much different, but it is a little bit different just because we're a little bit less experienced than what we have been in the past.
I agree. I would agree with that 100%. We have the national anthem coming up.
Yep, we got the national anthem. We're turning to the flag. It's a beautiful setting for the flag here. Drops down from the ceiling. Just a beautiful setup they have here. We're going to jump off here and listen to the national anthem. We'll be back after the national anthem. back. We're getting ready to roll here. Woodbury Central is going to be wrestling West Monona to start out tonight's duels. Got the mat lined up here. I just want to make sure we've got as much of it on the screen as possible. The little screen there, just trying a couple different options to try to get the score and time up there a lot easier than me keying it in. We won't have any wrestlers' names or anything pop up here like we usually do. To be honest with you, work's kind of been a little bit hectic for me this week, so I didn't have time to put anything together, and hopefully we find an easier way to do that sometime going forward, just to make it more user-friendly for us and more enjoyable for the fans. But we're going to do our best. With 2 of us on here, we'll for surely know who's out on the mat, and we'll announce the names as well as we possibly can.
Yeah, I got a text. It sounds like I was a little bit muffled, so hopefully that got fixed. Pretty new to this, so still trying to figure out little kinks and getting into a routine here, so hopefully people can hear me a little better. So if you missed some of my rundowns about some of the key matchups here, I apologize for that, but I for sure kind of let you know who's out there and what I know about them, any background information, records, age, and what kind of they finished last year in conference, and the year finished for last year. So I'll keep you up to date on that as they come out in the mat. Not sure who we're going to run out for sure, but right now for West Monona, it looks like Grant Russell, a junior, is getting ready to check in here. 5-2 record from last year. He got 4th at conference. And it looks like for Woodbury Central, getting ready to come out to the mat is Tristan Jessen. Tristan Jessen's a senior, 6-1 so far this year. We do have checking track today to keep up on some stats. I just know everything's not in track all the time, so I may be a little off on records and such like that. But for the most part, you get a general idea of what we're looking at.
Yeah, Tristan was a nice addition to get it back. I know we talked about it on Saturday, but he's just nice to have in the lineup. It just gives us some stability in the middle of the lineup and really does a nice job.
Yep. So the more you watch Tristan, you'll kind of get a feel for his style. He really likes to get that wrist control from the feet, and that's what he's working here. Russell's obviously going to have to battle through that, and he seems struggling with that a little bit. So that can really take away from your offense if you're used to getting your hands on somebody in a collar tie or something like that, or you like to wrestle from space. Tristan can really take that away from you. So that's kind of usually what he's going for when he goes for that, is getting into his style, and that's always going to bode well for you when you get somebody to wrestle your style of wrestling.
This is Grant Russell.
Grant Russell, West Monona Junior.
Good leg defense there by Tristan. Tristan will really work for this wrist control. He likes to get in there. He's got a pace that he knows where he wants to be, and he's going to work for it and not give much up here. He's cut to an angle there on the shots. Tristan feels really comfortable taking those longer reaching shots. I'd really like to see him get more of an angle on those, but he's really comfortable in that position. He's a little go behind here. Needs to snap, get to a front head snap. This is one of those matchups we got to have this one for the Wildcats to get the things going our way, don't you think, Dustin?
Yeah, obviously every match is critical when things are going to be this tight. I think the key for the Wildcats is getting the wins where we are expected to get the wins and picking up bonus points at every moment possible. I think we can, if we could sneak one that we're maybe not supposed to get, that's even better, but it's mostly about getting those wins where we're supposed to, and then picking up bonus points whenever possible is definitely going to be huge. So
yes, yeah.
I didn't see who took.
Tristan deferred. I believe so, but maybe not. Maybe we did change that. I can't imagine him taking time.
I can't either, but else did that against him last week. So maybe that's something people have picked up on, or they feel like they can, turn Tristan. But I can assure you that is not a good choice if that's what he took here. You're going to have a difficult time turning Tristan.
We've watched that for a few years. So. The official on our mat is Kurt Von Hagel. He's the official on our mat tonight. Denny Sanford will be on the other mat. We'll see Kurt probably in both duels tonight just because I doubt that Sanford's going to want to official his afterwards. So.
That's fair.
Pretty fair to assume.
Good now. So he's got his 2 there. Yeah. We'd like to see him stick with that cradle right there a little bit and work that. I think Grant Russell looks can be deceiving, but he looks pretty powerful. He's pretty short and stacked up there. So definitely Tristan's the opposite of that. He's definitely like long and strung out. So we got a little. He's strong. Don't get me wrong, but definitely a different body style there. So. That's why I guess I bring that up to say that going for that cradle might have been a little bit beneficial for him there. It's kind of easier to get that on some of those shorter guys sometimes.
It'll be interesting. We talked about it over the weekend and how they're going to call stalling here. It doesn't seem like Russell's given much of an attempt to work off its belly, so I would have to think they're looking at calling bottom guy for stalling already. Tristan's really working for multiple moves here.
Yeah, and I don't want any viewers to take this the wrong way. I'm not calling out Russell for this by any means, but a lot of times when duels are going to be this tight, some coaches can go out there and kind of give the don't get pinned speech, and it's kind of, if things aren't going your way at all costs, do not get pinned. And I'm not suggesting that's what's happening here, but if you feel like you're maybe at a disadvantage on the bottom when we talk about how important bonus points are, you definitely don't want to be giving those up.
Getting some good feedback. Just got a text from my mom. They said they couldn't hear her. Hopefully she sends me a text here in a minute saying that they can hear me now. So they said they could hear you, Justin, but they couldn't hear myself.
Well, we're switching off, I guess. They couldn't hear me earlier, so we're getting it figured out. So, yep, Tristan's going to need to get to work here.
Yeah, he's got to get a takedown here.
Definitely don't want to be giving up 2 here. That
we get to score this. Score this. I don't like where we're at right now. Tristan is down 3-2 if you can't see it on the scoreboard there. We are guessed on the scoreboard, so we are on the right side of the scoreboard. There's 1:20 left in the third period.
So we got a locker. Locking it up, and Tristan's got a free move. So this could be big if he can keep it.
Tristan gets 3 off that exchange there, so he is up 5-3 now with 1:05 left in the third period.
So I would say at this point, if you're looking for bonus points, it's a fall only. I don't see this being the kind of match where we can turn him for back points twice, or we're definitely not going to let him up and try to take him down. So you got the stalling you're looking for, Jeff. So hopefully that opens him up a little bit, and we can get that turn.
I'll tell you what, that's a good call. I mean, we've done all the work here.
Yep,
we're getting the turn. Tristan's getting the turn. He's got it deep. He's going to get the fall, I think, if he was we did a nice job last week.
Still got 30 seconds to work with here. So, to hear what you said, we get a stall call and then immediately we get a turn. So, I mean, sometimes you got to get those guys to open up, and we did that a little earlier. Maybe we're already in this situation 2 or 3 times. So,
he's going to give another great one. That is a great call by the official. I'd like to see it a little sooner, but I'll give the official a lot of credit there. I mean, he awarded the stall calls correctly.
Yeah, so it sets a precedence, right? So if you're watching now, you got to be coaching up your kids and saying, we're not going to be allowing this. So you got to move when you're on the bottom. We can't do this don't get pinned kind of situation. Whoever it is that's on the bottom, you got to be moving, or else that's going to hurt us for points. So.
So next up, Zach Butler, freshman. Zach's had a great start to the season. I believe he's undefeated, 6-0, hasn't lost yet.
Plays first at the Doug Wood last week, so opening up conference duel action here. He is, let me check my track here, who we're going to be wrestling. He's going to be wrestling Carter Struble of West Monona. He's a junior, 5-2.
Carter Struble is 5-2, and Wildcats lead 3-0 from a team score perspective. We're on the second match of this evening, so 152 is where we're at as far as the weight class. Zach Butler is on the mat.
He's got to finish through that right there. He's going to want to stay out of that, I'm going to guess.
We lost connection there for just a second. I tried to go on the broadband, and it did not work so well, so I can't pull up the track wrestling on the computer, so we're going to have to stick with our phones here.
All right. So we got Butler scoring on his feet again. Struble was on his back for a couple of moments, but it must not have been enough to get any swipes. So they're going to end the first period 3-0 Woodbury Central. So we got blood time. I'm not sure if people heard what we were saying with the loss of connection, but so far it looks like Butler's really working that elbow pass there a little bit. We worked a lot in practice this week, putting it to action on the mat. He just needs to finish it a little bit, so it's something he's got a work in progress on there. When you're a freshman trying to find what you can go to, you can't always rely on the same stuff that works for you in AAU and junior high. That stuff's not always going to be as effective. So you maybe have to find something new to go to. And so it's good to see him out there trying new things, trying to figure out his way as he moves through this young season here.
Yeah, that's one thing, Zach. We've talked about it last time we were on live stream and watching the Wildcats. Is he's really willing to work on things we're teaching in practice. So it's nice to see. And he's going to have to do that as a freshman at 152 pounds. He's going to have to take everything that we're coaching in practice and put it into work on the mat, because he's going to run into some guys that are hit that maturity level at 152 pounds, and they look a little different than he does right now as a freshman. So.
Yeah, I think we also talked about last time as well about coming into these mid-high range weights as a freshman. That's a big daunting task to take on, as opposed to coming in as a 6-pounder or a 13-pounder, even a 20-pounder. Some of the times coming in these big weights, you're talking about some grown men sometimes. So that's a big jump for some of these kids coming from junior high. Got to keep
Good
that
shot
there if you can.
I would imagine they worked on this position quite a bit this week as well, because he's doing a nice job trapping that near arm, getting that gut in there, the deep waist in there. Just got to work on doing a little bit more work with it.
Yeah, so you can see he's kind of having some trouble figuring out where to go with it from here, and he's working through it. Struble swimming it out there. He's trying to get that arm back there. Oh, we did work on that this week as well.
They don't have a problem reaching back and going for the head, do they?
We saw it a number of times. Coach Bramer and I happened to be checking out the Akron West Monona Kingsley-Pierson duel, and we saw quite a bit of that, of the reach-back headlock. So I'm sure Coach Thomas was relieved to see that did not get executed, since we did work on that this week.
Now, go behind. You got to get to a pit pull here. Get to a pit pull. That will work as well.
Very nice.
I like the simple pit pull. You just reach in there.
He's going to have to get off to the side there if he wants to execute this one.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
No. Go hip to hip. Go hip to hip. Bump him.
I'd like to see him do that rather than put that leg in, that's for sure.
Yep. No suicide. No suicide.
He didn't feel comfortable there. Oh, you better get that slid out, my man.
Just get to your offense. 25 seconds left in the second period.
Sure. I would assume right now the way the match looks to this point, it looks like maybe Butler's a little bit more polished with his technique. I'm guessing Struble being a junior, maybe he's a little bit more grown into this weight class, and his body kind of using his strength a little bit more to counter what Butler's got going. And there's that headlock that we're trying to be careful of. So Butler's going to have to really fend that off. So that's the third attempt on that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're going to get some coaching in the corner on that.
Yes.
and not only to Butler, but I would assume that's going to be coached up and down the bench there to be watching for that.
Third period, Butler's in the lead 6-3. Woodbury Central leads the duel 3-0.
So he needs to get his one here. He worked that one. He's making an attempt, so I think that's why we're not getting the stall call there.
Yeah. Got to lock hands, got a free move here. We got to make something out of it.
Make something special happen here. Just go crazy with it. Grab that head. This could be a problem. This could be a problem for Struble.
Oh, just missed the opportunity.
He's going to hit the half right now. He's taking a little bit of a break, it looks like. Like to see him work right into something right off of that. Well, the guy's taking his break instead of getting behind. Up by 6. Definitely 2 more points would be huge here.
I don't think they got the 2 back. He gave us 2 more back there, too. So it should be 11-3, I believe.
11-3, that's definitely where we want to be. That bonus point's definitely going to be big. So he's not messing around with the stalls here.
He's doing a nice job making a point that, hey, you're going to have to work to get out, at least get to your base.
So it must not be because he's releasing, so he's going for the bonus here. So now we're up by 5. He's going to have to pull a trigger on a couple of them here, and I'm going to assume the West Monona wrestlers probably just going to fend those off. Ugh. Definitely don't want to get in any upper body situations here.
I think Mac is. I can see Mac and Jake talking over there. I think Mac, he's onto it that we're missing the 2 back points. So I would be really surprised if they didn't make a visit to the head table to make sure we get this major.
Yeah, and I know everybody's working their hardest here, but that's a difficult situation. Butler's looking up, thinking he's trying to score more points, and he may not need them after all. It could have hurt him. So I hope you're right about that. It looks like we are making our way over to the table here. Coach Thomas is.
So,
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get the bonus there. So that's going to be big. We talked about that before it started, how important those bonus points were. I don't think people realize you get 3 major decisions. That makes up for another team just winning an entire match. So those can really rack up if you can get them.
Yeah, that was a good match by Zach. Freshman. It's a critical duel to get that major, to get that extra bonus point. Really big deal. Right here, we're lining up. This is going to be a big match. McGill and Brower. This has to be one of the big matches you have highlighted for tonight.
So this is Max McGill. Max McGill state qualifier from last year. He finished conference champion last year. And Caden Brower is a district qualifier. Got second here at conference last year. Brower right now is undefeated. And we know if you were watching last week, Max McGill did drop a match last week to a difficult opponent here. So this is going to be a big matchup. Definitely one that could go either way. Be big for either team to take any kind of points here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. This I think if the Wildcats win this match, this is it kind of swings the pendulum obviously in their direction for the night. But if it's a decision going the opposite way, it's it's a key matchup. So you can't mark that one off going, hey, we got this one in the bag, because he's a very capable individual. But feel real good with Max on the mat and the way he wrestled last Saturday. Yeah. So.
The other thing with these kind of matchups is these are 2 guys that, for their team on a typical night, I'd assume they're getting major bonus points in these matches. And so these 2 guys just getting a win, that either way, even if you don't get the win, you're not giving up those bonus points. Is just as important. So a decision is just as important to a guy that's used to getting the 6 points for his team. So.
I tell you, Max is really doing a nice job of getting in on some nice shots. He's going to get a stall call here if he continues that, because the way the official's been calling it so far tonight, it's been very consistent. He's going to award the aggressor. So
Max still wearing that mask. I know it's not his favorite thing. I'm sure that's difficult to work with. I hope he's kind of getting a feel for it a little bit. And sounds like he'll have that through Christmas. So good action there.
Great action. There he is again. Needs to get up and knee slide into this. Attack one leg.
This is trouble. Uh-oh.
Max has too much in the gas tank
Max
there to
is
give
powerful.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. This match is far from over. Good. Nice, Max. Nice. It's all right. He's fine.
Now this is where Max is going to have to move, or else we'll be the ones getting hit probably here, the way this has been going. So he's got that pretty deep.
He's going to get 2 back there. He's up 9-1.
Well, it's talking about bonus points, so right now they're in the bonus. So Max still has plenty of time to battle back here and even get the win. With his, explosiveness, he can put him right to his back as easy, but he's definitely going to have to get off the bottom here. Get some points back so we do not give up bonus in this match.
Max needs a restart. He needs to know where he's at on the mat. Yep. Good call by the official there. I'll give him that. He's being consistent with this. Max isn't making much of an effort to get up to his base. Brower's riding with a lot of pressure, but we at least got to look like we're resisting that pressure. So he's been consistent with that call, so I can't fault him for that one bit. Get one.
Keep moving.
Cut out, back pressure. Good action by Max. Max has to use his athletic ability here.
Yeah.
Be quick, be explosive. He's got to get one here to get it to 7.
Yeah, getting any points here would be good for him, just to kind of get a little bit of momentum going into that third period. Like I said, points-wise, it looks like we're playing a long road. I can't imagine that Brower's going to wrestle overly aggressive. But the way the match is going for him, I'm sure he feels confident. He's not just going to sit back and stall it out either. So
yeah,
Max is going to have a tough time battling back point-wise, but if he can get in there and get something big hit, he can put him
back.
Nice.
Great job, Max.
More here. Short on time, but that'd be real huge. Probably getting a little greedy here, but asking for more.
That's what Max needs to be. He's got to be moving his hands and feet, get him off balance, explode through him. Wow, he chose neutral. Max is going to put him probably to his feet anyhow, I would imagine.
Yep.
He's just got to move his hands and his feet, get his rhythm going.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that choice as well. He obviously feels confident there that he's taking Max from his feet to his back quite a few times here, so I'm sure that's what he's thinking, but I would agree if you take down there, Max is probably just going to give you your free release and go from his feet.
Max has got to get moving his hands. He's got to get moving. Drive through it. You got to finish this, Max. I'm hoping he keeps on pushing into Max.
Yeah.
Max likes that situation.
He does.
There's no reason to dive at something. We're in trouble here. We got to attack hands. Don't sit on into it. Attack hands. Just get back to your base.
So now we're back to that bonus. So if anything, I'd like to see Max battle back out of the bonus points. Try to at least get some points back here so we just give up the 3 as a team.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a reversal here. Broward is doing a nice job, on his feet, keeping away from Max's attacks. 26 seconds left. McGill's down 11-2. Wildcats lead the duel 7-0, but this was one I would imagine. I was hoping it was going to go our way. I always have confidence in Max, and I mean, even with 20 seconds, I still have confidence in him. But it was a coin toss match because they're two highly skilled athletes on the mat. So nothing to hang our hat on. Looks like we're going to get beat 11-2 here, give up a major at 160. Wildcats are going to have to come back here and make up the difference here in a couple matches. So going to be looking for bonus points out of Schultzen and a few others, hopefully. Cats had to report here at 170. Schultzen's going to report.
Yeah, the most important thing is that for the team is you can't let that take the wind out of everybody's sails. Sometimes when you see one of your big dogs go down, team can kind of look around like one of our leaders just went down. Now what's going to happen? But we got plenty of guys that can step up. They just all got to stay encouraged, stay positive, get ready for their own match, take care of their own business. And things can still work out just fine in the end. I just think back to the Missouri Valley day that I know Coach Thomas doesn't like to bring up. We had a couple of big dogs go down, and while it wasn't over, on our faces it kind of looked like it was. So I hope that doesn't happen over here tonight, and they just keep battling through and still pull it off.
You and I were sitting by each other that night too, and I kept on saying, we still got a chance, Locke. We still got a chance. And I said it till the very end, and I kind of ran out of chances that night, and that was a hard night to watch. It was frustrating for Wildcats, but it was a learning experience. The next year they came back, and this young man here on the mat saved the night for us and got us punched us a ticket to the state duels. So
yes, he did. Point of bringing that up is not that that's what's going to happen here tonight, just that we want to learn from that and have the kids say, so one of your leaders kind of didn't have things go his way, but he's still going to be there cheering you on. You got to take care of your own business. Kyan Schultzen here gets the takedown, coming behind on the cradle there. So
who is Kyan wrestling?
Kyan is wrestling Clyde Hildreth of West Monona.
Okay.
Clyde Hildreth's only recorded one match varsity this year. He's a junior, so he's 1-0 this year so far in the season. So he's just getting into the season here. Kyan Schultzen is 6-1. He's a district qualifier from last year, and he got 4th as a conference finisher from last year. So Kyan, again, we talked about this before, feels a little high there. I think Kyan has done this enough times that he feels comfortable with that. Now Hildreth, though, did get his arm underneath that leg, so that's probably going to cost Kyan a reversal. So tied 2-2.
Nice to get that escape right at the end of the period.
Yep.
Going to go in with a 1-point lead into the second period.
Yeah, that's definitely a two-way street. If you're the guy that gets it, your coach loves it. If you're the guy that gives it up, you're not happy as a coach for giving that kind of stuff up at the end. So.
There's Wildcats' choice there. Kyan deferred per Coach Thomas. West Monona. Hildreth takes bottom. Schultzen's ahead 3-2.
Trying to run that half. I'd like to see him break him down a little bit more if he's going to try to hit a half, get those hips broken a little bit. So, got the arm over the head. And that got captured by Hildreth, so Hildreth is going to look like he's going to try to roll him through here. Almost got the 2, but he calls it off. No, kind of does a good job of wrestling through positions there. Now Hildreth's going to try to hook a leg in.
Minute 12 left in the second. Schultzen's ahead 3-2.
He does finally give up the 2.
Going to get a fresh restart. I'd say that's an advantage for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Kyan gets one. 4-4 is the score on the match.
So Kyan's going to want to get on his offense here right away. He's got 40 seconds to work with. Plenty of time to get something to set up good. Doesn't have to rush anything. Just has to be a little more focused on what he wants. It looks like Kyan likes that outside single there. I would assume if he gets something like that, he's going to switch it off to a double or pick it up.
He's got a hook there. He needs to use this underhook to his advantage. Bring him toward long arms. Bring him toward him. Oh, I wish that would be in the middle of the mat.
That would be nice. So 13 seconds left, and Kyan's got choice, I believe, coming up third. So a score here with choice would be really big. I would imagine Schultz is going to choose bottom, I would think. Can he get the 2 here? That's
Great job.
Very nice, Kyan. That's a really big score right there, especially with choice. And he goes right to taking down, as I expected.
You asked for it, and he delivered.
Yeah. So if you're Hildreth here, I'm going to assume from here you're going to be working for a fall pretty much the entire period until you kind of get down to real short time if it's not working. So Kyan needs to take care of that right away. Looking for a spladle situation here. He's going to reach for that arm, try to get the guillotine. So we got a couple of leg riders here. Kyan's more of a double legger from the top, and we got a side one leg for Hildreth. Oh, Kyan doesn't want to give that up. That's going to...
Watch the shoulder.
Yep,
watch the shoulder.
He's trying for the guillotine here. We'll switch it off to a wing. I don't know what he's going to get done with that leg in on the far side with the wing in, but
we need to create some action.
Yep. So we got to be careful of the spladle situation here. He's going to have to.
Do not roll through it.
Flip it. He can't go soft.
Okay, we got to get some action off the whistle here to get some hip separation.
He's definitely got to clear. So he's an ankle guy. We did work on this too, getting that ankle. Yeah, you got to quick get up to that try. Yeah, so he really wants to go for this guillotine. So he needs to reach back right away for this ankle grab. That's what he wants to do, is tie up those ankles, slide that leg in immediately.
There, now we're in a better position here. We're in a better position. Great. 7-4 is the score.
So now you got to watch headlock is what I would guess. I don't think Hildreth is going to look for the takedown. Looks like his pinning combinations need quite a bit of work to work into, like pretty time consuming.
We got to wrestle through this position.
Yep.
12 seconds left on the clock.
Kind of looks like right now we're just maybe doing more of a hanging on situation. We just definitely don't want to get that hip turned too far down to the mat.
3-2. Gonna get the win. It's 7-4 decision for Schultzen.
Nice win for Kyan. They'll widen the gap here a little bit. Any points are good points.
So Sanford's going to come to the mat here. They're going to bump up, I would imagine, Devin Monahan here for West Monona.
Wait for it to come up here on track.
That's my guess on who they're throwing out there on the mat. So,
yep, Devin Monahan, Blaze Sanford. So Devin Monahan is 4-3 this year. He got second at conference last year, second place finisher at conference. He is a senior. Blaze Sanford, a junior. He got fifth at conference last year. So far, he's 5-2 on the season. I know Blaze does have that right leg wrapped up. He had a little mishap at practice just the other night, so it looks like he's moving on it fairly well, which is good news. I think for a little bit there we were concerned with maybe a potential break. He does give up the 2 points there.
Go, Connor!
Oh, Connor, move, buddy.
I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed. Our kids they're kind of getting punched in the face tonight, and we're taking it, and they're not stepping up and fighting back like we did on Saturday. And it's a little frustrating to watch, to be honest with you.
As I say, Monona coming out pretty aggressive here with his top here with the hard cross faces. There's another one. Really looking for that butcher, hitting that hard cross face to get it. Blaze so far has done a good job of countering it. Scored an escape.
Needs to get to his feet here. Oh, that is not good.
Tossed. He's got a ways to go to get them both off the mat here. And he gives up the fall.
Wildcats give up the fall at 82. Jump up to 95. Throwing Verzamli on the mat here at 195 against, I would imagine it's their McKeska. Is this McKeska?
This looks like a Kelsket, I think. I'll have to check it out here when it gets on there to be certain. Yeah, so we have Caleb Verzamli, Woodbury Central. Caleb is a sophomore. He has one varsity match this season. He took a loss in that one in the Akron duel. And this is Sandeska Kelskat for West Monona. Sandeska is a state qualifier from last year. While he finished third in conference, he was a state qualifier last year. He's 6-1 so far on this season. Senior.
He took third in the conference. That was a tough duel, or weight class in our conference last year.
So he's wrestling at 95. I think he's wrestled at 82 a couple times this year. He was 82 last year. Looking for the fall here against Verzamli.
He's been a really good wrestler. 3 years in a row. I've enjoyed watching him compete. So Verzamli's a freshman. So we're asking a lot, or sophomore. He's a sophomore. He didn't go out last year. So we're asking a lot out of him to kind of come on here against a very qualified senior wrestler. West Monona does get the fall there. They'll go up 16-10 in the duel. The Wildcats are going to send Levi Davis out here at 220. I believe this is Braden 2.
It looks likely that's who it is. Yep, Braden. So Braden 2 was a conference champion last year. This year he's 4-3. And Levi Davis is 2-1. He was coming off an injury, so he only got in a couple matches. Injury from football season here, so.
If you're watching the duel online, I would have to agree. West Monona get to these upper weights. They're deeper than the Wildcats at the upper weights, and this is where they're strong. So it's going to be our lower weights and our middle weights that have to win us this duel, and they got to come out and wrestle. So
Yeah, so one of the things with getting behind like this isn't so much the score is insurmountable. Sometimes you can get rolling as a team, and your crowd can really get behind you, and it can really take the wind out of you. So the Wildcats just need to make sure they're just staying focused on a match-to-match basis and being fine. So the Wildcats are going to be open here at heavyweight. So they're going to give the win to the other Kelscat, Magiska Kelscat, who was a state qualifier from last year. So they're going to give the forfeit to Magiska Kelscat.
So if you're watching, the Wildcats are going to be down 28-10 here. Going up, we're going to get 6 here at 106 because I think they're open. So it's going to be 28-16. Going to go to 113 here.
So it looks like are they going to run somebody out here, or what's the holdup? Oh, yeah. So they finally.
I didn't think they weighed anybody in at 106.
So now here's where the Wildcats, if they want to get it back, we need bonus. We need to really get things rolling. The team needs to get behind them. The crowd needs to get behind them, and the kids really need to get on their offense and get on their game here if we want to get back into it. So we usually have a 13-pounder there. I think Willard took a little bit of an injury last night, so they went ahead and must have been best for him to sit that one out. So we're going to give 6 right back to them on that forfeit, and that'll bring us up to 120 pounds, where we have Brand Beaver for Woodbury Central. Brand Beaver was 3rd in the conference last year. He's going to be taking on Landon Hansen. And Landon Hansen actually got 4th in the conference last year, but was a state qualifier out of his district. So pretty decent matchup here between a couple of good wrestlers. I know Brand put in a lot of work over the summer. I'm not sure what Landon Hansen, if he's just all wrestling guy or if he does some other sports as well, but it looks like right off the bat there that Brand was ready to go, which is good to see.
Brand's one of the kids that we can count on. He's going to try to get the momentum heading our direction again. I can promise you that. He's going to work hard, and he's going to give us 6 full minutes. And if he can put him away, he's for surely going to do it. So, and you're right. You're talking about that momentum thing, and we Wildcats have a young team, so it's they can get their dauber down in a hurry, and that makes it pretty difficult to get things going in your right direction. But hopefully we can get a win here and get things swinging our way and get the scores changed around before the night. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, if you've been around long enough, you've been on the winning side of that momentum thing, and you've been on the bad side of the momentum thing. It's a real thing. It's just whether or not your guys are willing to battle through that and not let that atmosphere take over.
Yeah, and I think it's a big thing for Brand here, not to push trying to get this pin. You got 6 minutes to work for it. It's build your lead, get your bonus points, get your major. Don't really just make it a pin him or bust type of situation.
I 100% agree with you. Do we want the fall? We absolutely want the fall, but you need to win this match for sure and get it done in a dominant fashion, whether that's for 3 points, 4 points, 5 or 6. Get it done, look like you dominated the match, and get the team back into it.
Brand's doing a real nice job riding with a lot of pressure. After that period, you almost think, well, we probably should have let him up and build our lead a little bit. Got up 4-1, but
I definitely would say these are going to be situations for West Monona if they're not favored in some of these matches. I'm maybe a little bit of too much of a Wildcat fan here, but while Hansen's a state qualifier, I would see Brand as maybe the little bit more experienced wrestler here. They definitely don't want to get pinned. So we can't give up any more falls either, that's for sure. But we just got to make sure we're staying aggressive on things and being patient on it. So
and you can tell West Monona coaches have done a really good job of coaching their kids. You got to fight to stay off your back. We can't give up any bonus points on an easy fall. So they've done a nice job so far. Brandt's got this butcher in there tight. This would be big.
I'm assuming Brandt's going to try to flip over here and switch it into a half.
Yeah, he needs to punch that half on this. He needs. No, don't do it. No, go to the half. That's all right. He got two back points there. Leads 6-0. He's working toward that major to get that extra bonus point.
He's got plenty of time to build up the lead. Really, sometimes people underestimate just wearing somebody out over the full 6 minutes. What a toll that can take on somebody just kind of getting, dominated over the course of an entire match. You don't always have to pin everybody in the first 30 seconds. Those are fun to see, but sometimes the reality of it is it takes a lot of work to break somebody down that far mentally and physically.
Yeah, this takes a lot. I mean, you can tell he's getting a little soft. He's softening him up, as he's riding him as hard as he is. It's going to be hard for him to stay down there for another 2 minutes. I'll give the official a lot of credit. He's really letting kids run these wings and these halves. That does not bother me.
Nope. Just ran out of time there. He's going to pick up only 2.
So he's locked up the majors right now as it stays. I'm sure they're looking for a big move here, so we just got to get on, stay on our offense.
He's got to get the takedown here so he doesn't kill. If he's looking for a fall, that is, he's got to get the 2 here and get back to working his offense on top of those pinning combinations.
Go for a cradle. Take your 2.
So
we got the major.
Minute 40 left to work with.
Yep, get this half. He really ran that sucker hard.
The butcher was successful for him, and so was the half.
And it seems like, the official's willing to let him run it really like he should. So
he has to run a little harder and get those hips flipped over there. Got a 1 count. He's give it the old hump over.
There it is. Good hustle by the official. He gets him right there, makes the call. That is a big pin. That is a big pin.
Yeah, just worked him the whole match and finally goes wearing people down.
Yeah, he softened him up. That's a lot to take. That kid fought, but that's a lot to fight when you're underneath for about 5.5 minutes of the match. So
we're looking at 126.
So we're going to bump Voss up to 32.
126. So it does look like we're doing a little chess matching here, it looks like. This is big. I mean, this is pretty much for the potentially the conference duel championship. So Gunnar Voss and Ryan Konings. Gunnar Voss is 5-2 this year. He got second conference last year. Konings is a freshman, 4-1 so far on the season. Talking to Coach Bramer, he's been pretty impressed with
this. Konings. Is not where we wanted to be here.
No. Gunnar had that hook, and that's what he needed to do, but he let that slip out. So he's going to be in a tough spot.
This is in a bad spot.
Yep.
Wildcats are in a real tough spot here. And I'll give
keep chasing that
Van Hagel's been quick on the fall, so I'll give him credit.
Keep chasing that leg around. That's going to be tough to come back from right there. There's got a hook. He's got to pull it back over now. He just gets a hook, but he can't grab that shoulder and pull it back over.
I'll give the official credit. He's letting him wrestle through this for a while. 54 seconds.
There you go, Gunnar. You got to pull it back over.
That will do it for the Wildcats for this duel. Unfortunately, that's something we did see coming as we saw it in the Akron duel. The headlock is something that they've obviously worked on, and, I give the kid credit. He hit it, and he went with it and sold out to it. So.
Yep.
Ryder Cooley on the mat now. He's up at 138. Ryder did weigh in at 132.
He is going to be wrestling. Wait for it to pop up here for me. He's wrestling Evan Meadows of West Monona. Meadows has, get my info out here, sorry about that. Evan Meadows is a junior, 6'1", and Ryder Cooley is at 38 here. I got to find him. He is a 6-0 junior for Woodbury Central, just a qualifier last year, conference championship last year.
Nice. Good shot by Ryder. He's got to finish this on the mat. Coach Bramer works on a little bit of the running into it. They pull it back in. That works really slick when the kids do it. Instead of pulling everything, he runs them away to get that leg out further. So, Cooley had a great shot there. Just needs to work on that finish just a little bit to make it a little bit more smooth transition.
Yeah, so this is something you're going to see from Ryder throughout the season, working right into that wing. That's what he really likes to go to. Does a good job at working that. Just get him broken down here.
I watched a little tech video from David Taylor, and he does a little wing tilt, and then he goes back and he actually pulls him into a crab and spins the guy on his belly as he's pulling him into the crab and tilting him the opposite way. I mean, you got to be pretty darn talented to do that, and David Taylor obviously is. So I watched it like 2 or 3 times, and I sent it to Bo, and I said, "Would you be willing to try this?"
And his response
he said,
was?
"That does not look very comfortable," was his response. But when you're at David Taylor's level, obviously things work a little easier for you than the average Joe. But that's like, none of that technique was taught when we were going through school. These guys have just redefined the sport. And some of that stuff, pulling a guy on top of you, just spin him on top of you, you just never heard of something like that until you understand, you watch those guys and how they do it. It's pretty interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, it's definitely changed. Just being in the wrestling room every now and then, like I am now, things they're showing the kids are a definite change from what I was taught and learned when I was wrestling back in high school. So I'm learning just about as much as the kids are half the time that I'm in there. So.
We could coach this elbow high position on these front heads for a long time, but all these kids like to stick that down in there and get it buried. Best thing is Cooley's really good at job at doing that, passing them by there, and that drag. He does a good job from that front head position. So.
Yeah, he goes the front head, and usually he does from that. He works to try to get that front side cradle, or at least grab that near leg, and then as soon as they start fighting that off hard enough, he'll just whip it back the other way and get his points that way.
Yeah. Like I said, coming into tonight, we knew that the Wildcats were going to have their hands full. We're young, and we knew West Monona that last year they actually, it was a great duel last year, and we had a really good duel team last year. So while this might surprise some people, I mean, we knew tonight was going to be a tough night for the Wildcats. I mean, and they're deserving of the ranking they have right now, obviously. Yep. You know, they should be ranked ahead of us. And, you know, I got to give IA Wrestling some credit. While I don't believe we were not one of the 24 top-ranked teams in the state, I think we're probably right where we should be at this point in time of the season. You know, if there's some, and looking at our lineup, there's some kids that are out that just need to buy in and say they want to be part of this. You know, I know we have a heavyweight that he just needs to choose if he wants to be part of this thing or not, because it's kind of frustrating having him there for a day and not there for a day, and that's a big deal for coming into some of these nights, and it's might come into play here in this next duel against Kingsley. So
yeah, he's definitely be an important puzzle piece. So I know that we were talking a little bit about that recently, and there was talk about him being cleared, ready to go here, I guess, for Monday, or I believe is what they said. So hopefully that comes to fruition and we can really kind of add that piece to things. So Meadows here trying to really show some aggression here with Cooley. He's only down 4-0, so he's definitely not out of this and looking like he's fighting for it. So
yeah, I can't blame him a bit.
This West Monona team's definitely showing that they're feeling good about it and feeling confident this year.
You know, I know last year when we wrestled West Monona, our kids looked like this. We had a little bit more depth that helped us out, and we were able to weather through the storm and find a way to win the duel last year against West Monona. This year, the Wildcats aren't going to find a way to do it, but you know, we look a little lethargic, a little bit tired. I don't think the kids really overlooked them, but you know, sometimes I think when our kids come to the duels, you know, during the week, we don't have the same intensity we did on Saturday. I can tell you that, just watching this match. So, or all 14 matches we've been in tonight. So
Meadows looks like he's pretty strong here. I mean, especially, you know, this is definitely not excuse making. I mean, Meadows is wrestling tough, and Cooley's a quality wrestler no matter what he weighed in at.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that Ryder making his first look at 132. As much as that's an evil part of the sport, sometimes for some people it's a part of it, and I'm sure he's not feeling 100% right now, but he's going to have to find a way to kind of find his how to work with that weight and be at 100%, and that'll normalize, that'll equalize if that's where he chooses to stay.
Yeah, you know, while I understand, you know, work our way down, I mean, I also think I get down there, get it over with, and start getting your body adjustment as soon as possible. I think it's really difficult to do it as the season is going. It's better off to bite the bullet right away, and that way your body's adjusted. And you know, nights like tonight are hard, you know, for your body to come out and wrestle a 6-minute match. So.
Credit to, you know, even though in the loss, credit to Woodbury Central. If anybody's going to tell you that this isn't meaning the world right now to West Monona, they're lying to you. So West Monona is, and deservedly so, feeling really super great about the win right there, and they're feeling on top of the world right now. It'll be interesting to see, as sometimes when you take a leap like this and you get over a hump, see if that's something they can continue and keep the program growing from that point. So and you know, Woodbury Central, it's probably been a while.
4 years.
Experienced conference dual loss. So this is a new experience for them. And again, on the flip side of that coin, how do they respond to that?
Yeah.
Not just for this year, but moving forward as a program. How do the kids respond to that? And are they still willing to buy in and believe in Woodbury Central Wrestling? Or do they all of a sudden think, like many others do, that the covers are bare and things are over?
Yeah.
I surely don't believe that with our staff and with our youth program. But you know, congratulations to West Monona.
Yeah, I mean,
nice building that up.
They've done a nice job. They've worked hard to get this team to where it's at, and you know, I think last year, you know, they had a really nice team last year. We just were a little deeper in some weight classes, and they returned most of their team, and that's exciting for them to do it. I don't ever want to. Obviously, you and I are Wildcat guys, and that's who we root for. But it's awesome to see it. You know, come to a night like tonight and have two highly quality duels. West Monona duel, that's, you know, we were hoping we didn't see that. That's not what we were hoping for. You could draw that plan out a number of different ways, and obviously there was a couple different routes that West Monona was going to be capable to beat us in the duel, and they found that route and they did it. And so good job for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like I said, like we were talking, this is taking nothing away or giving anything to any program, but a lot of sports sometimes are just right place and right time. And last year for West Monona, while they were a quality team, it just was the wrong time for them to take us and, Woodbury Central and, take that title from them. And this year they're a quality team, and it's the right time.
Yeah.
So it's not really about we're down or they're up or any of that. It's just you put in the work and you wait for things to everything to land in the right spot. And this is that year for West Monona.
Yeah. So they're doing some senior parents night stuff. We're going to cut to some commercial breaks here, take a break, and we'll be back for the Woodbury Central Kingsley-Pierson duel here. I would say we'll probably start in the next 5-10 minutes, but we're going to play some commercials, and then we'll be back here shortly.
United Bank of Iowa is proud to support Woodbury Central Sports and ready to be your bank as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Their experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed for generations to come. United Bank of Iowa is also ready to finance your new home, vehicle, or business. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account and have all the benefits of online and mobile banking. United Bank of Iowa is committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices in 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Mobile office, member FDIC.
In small town living, close to all the big city amenities. The Ridge in Mobile, just a few minutes from Sioux City. This growing development has affordably priced lots to accommodate any home, as well as move-in ready new homes. The Ridge is adjacent to Mobile's award-winning golf course and features city utilities and an on-site park, all in a vibrant community with an outstanding K-12 school, parks, pool, and more. For available lots, visit theridgemobile.com today. The Ridge in Mobile.
Insurance and Real Estate Sutherland, locally owned and managed for almost 40 years, serving all lines of insurance from life and health, crop and livestock, home, auto, and commercial, with 3 licensed real estate agents ready to serve the community. We're independent insurance agency, your trusted choice agency, with offices located in Sutherland, Mobile, and Anthon, Iowa. At J&K Insurance and Real Estate, we're dedicated to helping people live the good life every day. Try the JK way today. We're helping you protect what you own is more than business. It's our privilege. Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. United Bank of Iowa is proud to support Woodbury Central Sports and ready to be your bank as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Their experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed for generations to come. United Bank of Iowa is also ready to finance your new home, vehicle, or business. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account and have all the benefits of online and mobile banking. United Bank of Iowa is committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices in 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Mobile office, member FDIC.
In small town living, close to all the big city amenities. The Ridge in Mobile, just a few minutes from Sioux City. This growing development has affordably priced lots to accommodate any home, as well as move-in ready new homes. The Ridge is adjacent to Mobile's award-winning golf course and features city utilities and an on-site park, all in a vibrant community with an outstanding K-12 school, parks, pool, and more. For available lots, visit theridgemobile.com today. The Ridge in Mobile.
Insurance and Real Estate Sutherland, locally owned and managed for almost 40 years, serving all lines of insurance from life and health, crop and livestock, home, auto, and commercial, with 3 licensed real estate agents ready to serve the community. We're independent insurance agency, your trusted choice agency, with offices located in Sutherland, Mobile, and Anthon, Iowa. At J&K Insurance and Real Estate, we're dedicated to helping people live the good life every day. Try the JK way today. We're helping you protect what you own is more than business. It's our privilege. United Bank of Iowa is proud to support Woodbury Central Sports and ready to be your bank as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Their experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed for generations to come. United Bank of Iowa is also ready to finance your new home, vehicle, or business. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account and have all the benefits of online and mobile banking. United Bank of Iowa is committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices in 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Mobile office, member FDIC. United Bank of Iowa is proud to support Woodbury Central Sports and ready to be your bank as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Their experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed for generations to come. United Bank of Iowa is also ready to finance your new home, vehicle, or business. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account and have all the benefits of online and mobile banking. United Bank of Iowa is committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices in 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Mobile office, member FDIC.
In small town living, close to all the big city amenities. The Ridge in Mobile, just a few minutes from Sioux City. This growing development has affordably priced lots to accommodate any home, as well as move-in ready new homes. The Ridge is adjacent to Mobile's award-winning golf course and features city utilities and an on-site park, all in a vibrant community with an outstanding K-12 school, parks, pool, and more. For available lots, visit theridgemobile.com today. The Ridge in Mobile.
Insurance and Real Estate Sutherland, locally owned and managed for almost 40 years, serving all lines of insurance from life and health, crop and livestock, home, auto, and commercial, with 3 licensed real estate agents ready to serve the community. We're independent insurance agency, your trusted choice agency, with offices located in Sutherland, Mobile, and Anthon, Iowa. At J&K Insurance and Real Estate, we're dedicated to helping people live the good life every day. Try the JK way today. We're helping you protect what you own is more than business. It's our privilege. United Bank of Iowa is proud to support Woodbury Central Sports and ready to be your bank as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Their experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed for generations to come. United Bank of Iowa is also ready to finance your new home, vehicle, or business. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account and have all the benefits of online and mobile banking. United Bank of Iowa is committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices in 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Mobile office, member FDIC.
In small town living, close to all the big city amenities. The Ridge in Mobile, just a few minutes from Sioux City. This growing development has affordably priced lots to accommodate any home, as well as move-in ready new homes. The Ridge is adjacent to Mobille's award-winning golf course and features city utilities and an on-site park, all in a vibrant community with an outstanding K-12 school, parks, pool, and more. For available lots, visit theridgemobile.com today. The Ridge in Mobile.
Insurance and Real Estate Sutherland, locally owned and managed for almost 40 years, serving all lines of insurance from life and health, crop and livestock, home, auto, and commercial, with 3 licensed real estate agents ready to serve the community. We're independent insurance agency, your trusted choice agency, with offices located in Sutherland, Mobile, and Anthon, Iowa. At J&K Insurance and Real Estate, we're dedicated to helping people live the good life every day. Try the JK way today. We're helping you protect what you own is more than business. It's our privilege. United Bank of Iowa is proud to support Woodbury Central Sports and ready to be your bank as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Their experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed for generations to come. United Bank of Iowa is also ready to finance your new home, vehicle, or business. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account and have all the benefits of online and mobile banking. United Bank of Iowa is committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices in 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Mobile office, member FDIC. Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. United Bank of Iowa is proud to support Woodbury Central Sports and ready to be your bank as Iowa's #1 ag bank for the past 17 years. Their experienced ag lenders are ready to help your farm operation succeed for generations to come. United Bank of Iowa is also ready to finance your new home, vehicle, or business. Come to United Bank of Iowa for your child's first savings and checking account and have all the benefits of online and mobile banking. United Bank of Iowa is committed to rural Iowa and the communities we serve. The difference is here at United Bank of Iowa, with offices in 35 locations in West Central Iowa, including the local Mobile office, member FDIC.
In small town living, close to all the big city amenities. The Ridge in Mobile, just a few minutes from Sioux City. This growing development has affordably priced lots to accommodate any home, as well as move-in ready new homes. The Ridge is adjacent to Mobille's award-winning golf course and features city utilities and an on-site park, all in a vibrant community with an outstanding K-12 school, parks, pool, and more. For available lots, visit theridgemobile.com today. The Ridge in Mobile.
Insurance and Real Estate Sutherland, locally owned and managed for almost 40 years, serving all lines of insurance from life and health, crop and livestock, home, auto, and commercial, with 3 licensed real estate agents ready to serve the community. We're independent insurance agency, your trusted choice agency, with offices located in Sutherland, Mobile, and Anthon, Iowa. At J&K Insurance and Real Estate, we're dedicated to helping people live the good life every day. Try the JK way today. We're helping you protect what you own is more than business. It's our privilege.
Welcome back. Wildcats take the loss to West Monona and head into the second duel of the night against Kingsley-Pierson. This started at 152 pounds for the Wildcats. We'll have Zach Butler and he'll be facing Josh Harvey from Kingsley-Pierson. So right off the shoot, we're going to have a high-quality match here between the Wildcats and the Panthers. So another big duel for tonight. Like we said, tonight's the night to kind of determine who's going to probably take the lead on the conference dual season and kind of see how it goes from there. So
yeah, so be interesting to see how the Wildcats respond here. I'm not sure how the other duel ended up between Ridgeview and Kingsley, but Woodbury Central coming off their first conference dual loss in 4 years. I know some of these kids weren't here for that, so maybe that isn't something they've ever experienced, and maybe that's a good thing that they don't know that they're any different. But yeah, Josh Harvey here looks like he's setting to come out here. He's 6-4 this year. He's a junior. He got 5th last year at conference, and he's taking on Zach Butler, freshman from Woodbury Central, who is remains undefeated after his win in the West Monona duel there. So I don't have a whole bunch of background of film on these two, but I can tell you that Harvey's going to be definitely strong and more experienced.
Yes.
And we talked about this in the last one about to see whether or not Butler coming right off from junior high to the big boy weights here, how this is going to turn out, if his technique can come through for him or not.
Yeah, I can promise you this is going to be the strongest kid he's wrestled all season. Harvey's got a lot of strength. He's powerful. But, Zach's got to stay in his offense and use his technique. I mean,
yeah, he gets taken down. He gets right out there with an escape, and that's what you need to do, just bounce right back. And now, you take that breath, and maybe you just say to yourself, okay, so now what do I got to do here? I saw what he's got.
Yeah.
Now I got to get on my thing.
Yep, I think to be honest with you, Butler's got to kind of work angles from the outside here, use space to his advantage, attack that lead leg that he's leaving out there.
Yeah, so he's got the feet moving here. We talked, I think, last time about he's good at feet moving, he's good at hands moving, both at the same time as we're really trying to get with Zach here. So he's got the feet going now. He just needs to get the hands going a little bit more. That's a really nice there against a strong wrestler. So nice 2 points for Butler there.
Yeah, that was. He really fed him his hips and kind of stunned Harvey there for a second, and that gave him enough room to kind of make an adjustment and get the 2-point takedown.
So Butler struggled a little bit here last match with this top. He keeps that tight waist, and he's got control of the wrestler, obviously, with that tight waist. He's just kind of having a hard time figuring out what he wants to do with that other arm.
Yeah. I think, as they go on, they're going to give him an anchor. More than likely, they're going to get him to hook like that ankle and give him an anchor point from there, because he does like to go with that deep waist, and we're just giving that hips a little bit too free. So I'm sure as Coach Thomas watches more film, he's going to make some adjustments in his top game and give him a more secure place so he feels comfortable working, because he does a nice job on the chop, getting to that wrist, and just now getting so where those hips are staying underneath and getting in an anchor point, and then he can really concentrate on the work he needs to do from top. So
yeah, it would be fun to watch him as the year goes on here and see what changes he kind of makes as the year moves along.
Yeah, so people forget, you hook an ankle when you're on top, and you get away with sitting on it for a while, and especially with a freshman, he's a little bit undersized, a little bit under, as far as strength, probably not going to be as strong as every kid he wrestles, but that gives him a security blanket. I hate to use that word, but it kind of feels like that when you're on top. So
a little blood stoppage there for Harvey. Going to come out to start the second period. Butler on bottom here, Harvey on top.
Nice job getting to his feet. Good job by Zach Butler.
A couple nice escapes here right off the start of the match here.
Butler leads 4-2, and I apologize. We couldn't get the scoreboard to be on there. There's 1:42 left in the second period. Butler leads 4-2. We're at 152 pounds. Another nice shot. Oh, I like the pit pull there that Butler was looking at.
Yeah, I do too. I was getting ready to say right before that when Harvey got in the leg there, I'd like to see Butler get his hands out in front of him a little bit more. It appears as though he doesn't want to get his hands tied up with Harvey here, but he's getting him a little bit back behind his knees there, leaving his legs a little bit exposed for that open shot from space from Harvey, but he did a good job of defending it. So as long as he's ready to do that, he'll be fine.
Yep. I like his elbow pass there. I think somebody's yelling in the stands he's got to commit to it. I would agree with that.
Yeah, he's been working that the last match. I talked about that. He worked that in practice this week, and he's really hit that a number of times tonight. He just has to get in that next phase, that finishing it off here and picking up a leg.
So we've got 49 seconds left in the second period. Butler's lead is 4-2 over Josh Harvey from Kingsley-Pierson. Blood time on Harvey here. He's got to get a plug back in the nose. We're neutral.
I think they thought there was a whistle stoppage there, but
I kind of felt like it was too. I can't blame the kids for thinking that.
Kind of lucky they both thought it. Otherwise, those can kind of end in some disastrous, easy points for the other guy.
Yeah. Well, this has been a really good match for both wrestlers. I mean, Harvey got out real quick, got a takedown, and then Butler's kind of inched his way back into the match here. So 5 seconds left in the second period. Butler's going to go into the third period leading 4-2. It's going to be Harvey's choice for the third period.
He's going to take down. It's kind of typical what we're going to see here. Be interesting to see how long the coaches want Butler to ride him out here before they just say let him have that release, or if he can earn that. He's going to get out with a nice escape for Harvey. Got out right away. So we've seen both wrestlers having a hard time riding the other wrestler out. So this is going to be decided on our feet, it looks like here.
Yeah, it is. 4-3, 1:45 left on the clock. Butler still leads the match. He scored a takedown at the end of the first.
Yeah, so Butler's had a couple takedowns, so I think most people might think, he's got the advantage here. But I think when we're talking about third period, we're talking about who's in shape and who can hold their position better and really capitalize off the other one's mistakes and still be executing at a high level and not get too sloppy.
Yes. A minute 5 left in the third period. Butler still leads 4-3.
So Harvey really working to stay in on that tie. He's initiating most of the tie-ups here, so that's where he wants to work out of. And Butler's really seems like he's trying to work out of those once they get there. So he gets that shot from space. So that's what Butler was wanting. He's got it here. He's gonna have to work out of it. It's gonna be a real time killer. So
this
he
is a
doesn't
time
want to
killer.
let Harvey sneak out of this at the end, and he gets the stalemate. So for both wrestlers there, that's like a tough situation. Harvey needs to score, and he's killing time when he's behind, and Butler can't let that happen last second. So stalemate probably really helps both of them out there in a position that he's going to waste a lot. Harvey going upper body here. So he's starting to feel like he needs to hit something big, and that's when Butler really needs to stay the course here and hit his stuff.
Yes,
Stay
he
out
does.
of that top body stuff, because looking at the two of them, I'm assuming that's not the first time Harvey's hit a move like that. Harvey in on the leg. Butler's going to need to keep the laces down here.
I'll give credit to Butler. He's done a nice match.
Yeah, it's a quick stalemate there.
But he's got to attack here. He can't back up. He's got to come toward him because he's got a stall call. And I mean, if you back up and run around the mat, you're not going to get out of the 5 seconds.
So, hey, great match right there. 4-3 in favor of Zach Butler and Woodbury Central. But that was a hard-fought match there, and both wrestlers were battling to the end.
That was a really good match. I got to give it to John. I mean, to Zach. I mean, obviously he's wrestling a little. We keep on saying it, but he's doing a really nice job. If you watch that match, if we go and replay that, he held the center of the mat really well. Really well. And I mean, that's what he has to do. He's getting more and more savvy with his mat presence every match. So that's really nice to see. Going to 160, Max McGill takes the mat.
Give me a second.
Justin's looking for...
my track went down on me here, so I got to pull it back up.
Yeah, Max with a quick takedown, a minute 45 left in the first period. takedown, and it gives him up an escape. It's going to be 2-1 McGill. Four to 1 Max McGill, 160 pounds, 127 left in the first period. Now an intentional release, 4-2.
He's taking on Zach Quarenta. I hope I'm saying that right. Zach Quarenta, a sophomore from Kingsley-Pierson. He's got no record so far this year on track. So he's either got some JV matches only, or this is his first match altogether for the season. So that's going to be a tough pit against a Max McGill who's probably pretty upset from his last match there. Came out, got the fall.
Yeah, you know, Max wears his emotions on his sleeves, so you can tell that he's not enjoying where he's at right now. And, you know, I know Max well enough. He's going to get back in the room tomorrow and make a difference.
Now,
so
Max holds himself accountable. He doesn't need anybody to tell him that. He does a good job of knowing what he has done well and what he hasn't, and he's definitely going to hold himself accountable to probably a higher standard than other people will. Nobody's upset with his performance tonight, but he's going to be, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's going to get back in the room tomorrow with a vengeance, and I probably wouldn't want to be a drilling partner. That's kind of Schultz and more than likely who we have right now. So,
yeah.
Kyan Schultzen is going to be facing Parker Hackett of Kingsley-Pierson. Parker Hackett is 6-5 this year. He placed 4th last year in Western Valley Conference Tournament, and he's a sophomore. Kyan Schultzen, we've shared information about him here a couple of times. Kyan's a district qualifier from last year, 4th in the Western Valley Conference Tournament last year, 6-1 before tonight on the season.
Keep hip pressure into him. Keep that hip pressure into him. Feed him those hips.
He's really done a nice job of that hipping into some kids this year. He scored a lot of points on that.
You know, it just wears on people. You keep on throwing that right at them, and pretty soon they just give up. They just belly out and they'll give up the twos.
It just shows you if you're the offensive wrestler taking the shots there, you got to have a clean shot. You got to bring your hips. You got somebody like Kyan Schultzen who is going to put a stop on you there, and you don't come through. He's going to feed you his hips, and it's going to make it a long day for you. It's going to be the old Dan Gable, I shoot, I score, you shoot, I score situation.
Yep.
Kyan's got a dangerous situation.
Just got to ease it in there for Kyan. He's got 10 seconds left in the first period.
It's got to be close, I would think. He's had him there for a while. So he's going to run out of time.
He's going to get 3 back, be up 5-0. Heading into the second period, 170 pounds. Schultzen's choice, he chooses down. Little switch right off the whistle. Needs to bury the half here.
Transition right into that. Nice job.
Yes. Nothing fancy. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just has to be secure. Gets 2 back. Up 9-0. Has the major right now at this point in time. I imagine we're going to watch Kyan ride him out here. You know, he's real comfortable with those legs.
He's going to work that power half usually. So got that arm barred out there.
He's getting back here. Schultzen's getting back points here. He's got 1:05 left on the clock in the second period. He's going to lose it there. He's going to regroup. Same move. I don't think he's awarded the back.
Did they award the back, he said?
They did not award the back points, so he's got it called same.
He has to come back clean here to get his points.
And there he got it clean, up 12-0.
A little high there. He got it underneath Kyan's leg. And I know it's something we've talked about a number of times, but I would like to see Kai be a little more secure with those legs in. He gets them a little loose once they get that leg hook. Then we look at situations like this. But like I said, like we talked about, Kai's going to hip right into him there and get right back at it. This is probably going to be a little tougher to get out of.
He's got 20 seconds here. Schultzen has 20 seconds. This would be a tech fall if he does not get the fall pin here. He is ahead 12-0.
Yeah, so we definitely like the fall here.
We'd like the extra bonus point if we could get it.
Pick that head up.
4-3.
Well, I don't know what else there could be there. So if he's not pinned there, he's not going to be, I guess.
No, he's not going to get the fall. He's going to get the tech fall. Into the second period, Schultzen gets the tech fall. Scores 5 points for the Wildcats. The Cats go up 14-0.
Wildcats getting ready to send out Casey Newman here.
Casey Newman going on the mat for the Wildcats at 182 pounds.
So Casey's a freshman for us. He's got one varsity match under his belt way back in the opening night duels. They put him in there, and he went 0-1 on that night.
But there's a lot of fight in that gas tank.
Yeah, I tell you, he's a heck of a player on the football field, and I see a lot of potential for him here in the wrestling room as well. So I don't know if this year will be his year or how many years it's going to take, but by the time he's finished here, he's going to be looking pretty good. He's going to be taking on Peyton Hackett of Kingsley-Pierson. Peyton's a freshman for Kingsley-Pierson, a 3-6 record this year. It's a battle of a couple of freshmen here.
Yeah, I imagine they probably faced last year in junior high, I would imagine.
You know, it's good to have a couple of kids that come out and get varsity mat time and something that they're scoring for their team when they probably feel a little more confident than the typical freshman going out there against a senior at these upper weights. So it's a good matchup for these two. So Newman's up 2-1.
He's going to give him the
stoppage there, and he's going to give him the intentional release. He's going to tie it up 2-2. I think they're feeling pretty confident about the explosive takedown Newman had on his feet there. So I know in the wrestling room he works with a couple different people, but this last practice they had him go with Tristan Jessen, who's quite a bit lighter than him, but a senior, you know, and he's a tough kid.
Yes.
Newman looked really great drilling with him. I think it just looked good for him to wrestle somebody who knew how to move in a little bit of a different way. I think it brought some stuff out of Newman that he maybe wasn't seeing with some of the other guys at the upper weights that he was drilling with. So
now he needs to sink his hips back.
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
need
looking for
anything.
something big, but he just scores 2. Would be fine with me there if he just kind of sink him a little bit and get his 2. But he goes big anyway.
He does go big.
A lot of scrambling there and still no points. That's always fun to watch.
It is.
Hackett had Casey with a little bit of a headlock hold there. Newman trying to back into him. He needs to turn the other way.
He's going to give up 2 takedown.
So that's just being a freshman and not really being the kind of aware of a body quite yet.
Yeah.
Turning the wrong way on that.
Yep, just a little freshman mistake there. I mean, you can't expect everything to perfection at all, especially up bigger kid. Doesn't have a lot of mat time, but has a lot of athletic ability. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, he does. So we're going to defer. Woodbury Central's going to defer. Kingsley-Pierson's going to take down here. Kingsley-Pierson up 4-2. So again, that's a Casey looking for a little bit of a half Nelson hold there, but he's got to get those hips broken down for that to work. He's just going to go ahead and release him. Ooh, Hackett coming in full bore.
Coming in real hot.
I like how Casey just did a throw by there. Nope, stay out of that. Again, we worked on this, so the coaches are going to be pretty upset if he goes
Hook a leg.
on this. But he's
He
going
does.
to. Casey's got to come around and hook that leg. We talked about not going the wrong way on this. Looks like he might get out of it going that way, but he really should be going the other way, hooking that leg. Oh. Newman looks like he might be injured here.
He's out.
Yeah, it looked like he might have got. It looks like he might have got knocked out on that.
Yeah, I would say
he twisted himself into that there and cut off his airline there a little bit.
I would say that should have been called for an injury. That was a little bit. I can't believe they let him wrestle through that. I'll just say that. I'll leave it there. It looked like he went pretty limp.
Yeah.
For a second.
Yep.
Let's go, Joe.
Looks like Newman went limp there for a second, and you just don't like to see that happen. Would have liked to see him err on a little caution on that one. But
good to see Newman up. Obviously, you can see if you're watching here, he's a little shaky there. So
Get behind. Get too high. There you go.
so we move to 195.
195, we got Sean Cronin of Kingsley-Pierson and Blaze Sanford.
So Cronin was at Cherokee last year because he's a Remsen St. Mary's wrestler.
Okay.
Our student, and they do a sharing agreement with them. And Sean's pretty experienced. He's a good wrestler.
So he's a senior, but he's got 0-0 record right now according to track before tonight. So I'm not sure if this is his first action or if he was wrestling some JV matches before this. And then for Blaze Sanford, 5-2, finished 5th in conference last year. He's a junior. So I know that Blaze, I'm not sure what he weighed in at exactly, but I know earlier in the season he wrestled off for a spot at 170, lost out to Kyan Schultzen on that. So the point of bringing that up is we're talking about 195 here.
Sure.
He's given up quite a bit of weight, so he's definitely going to need to rely on some technique here and some quickness over the bigger wrestler. I'm going to guess is what our strategy is going to be.
So I'm sure Cronin was at 182 last year, maybe even 195. You know, you watch Blaze in practice, and he moves guys in that hook so well, and then we get down here to the mat, and he just kind of gets a little bit reserved on it.
So he's got that bad leg there. That was probably pretty difficult for him to defend there, hopping on that one bad leg. So he gave up the takedown there to Cronin 2-0. Looking for a tilt here.
Get your head up! Take that leg and roll.
2-0 into the first period, 195 pounds. Cronin from Kingsley-Pierson leads 2-0. Great job by Blaze getting up to his feet. I mean, really nice job there.
Nice mat return by Cronin as well.
Go, go, go!
Good mat return by Cronin. Oh, don't lean back into it.
You got a 1 count. So Cronin's really been working this tilt situation. You got another 1 count, not enough for points. He's really splitting Sanford's
legs
he is.
There you go! Come on! Look away, feel it!
A little over a minute left here. Sanford's still trailing 2-0. Getting to the edge of the mat. Sanford needs to create a little bit of motion here and get a fresh start.
He needs to get a fresh start here, get some motion off the whistle. He did a nice job the last time, just when he got Matt returned, it went right back, belly up. We got to kind of have cat-like reflexes and get right back into our.
Yeah, I saw him coming to a position there, dragging that leg, belly. So I'm sure that's a thing.
Yeah, that's still bothering him.
I don't know what his strength leg is, but every time you're in a situation like that where you're putting your full body on that one leg, I'm sure that's not helpful.
You know, with Blaze being a little banged up here, we are asking him for a lot. Bump up to really 2 weight classes because he's really a 170-pounder. But
Blaze is the kind of kid that he's going to give everything he's got. So
yes,
I'm certain our coaches didn't force him in any situations. I'm sure that they
asked the question,
the opportunity if he felt like he could go tonight or not. And, Blaze worked so hard over the offseason, I'm sure he didn't want to let one night go by without giving it a go, but you can definitely see he's having trouble getting up on that leg.
Yeah. Let go of it, Blaze. 9 seconds left. 8, 4, 3, 2-0. Cronin still leads from Kingsley. Heading into the third period. Blaze is getting some advice from his older brother about reaching over his head. My old saying is, if you reach back, you're going to your back. It's pretty simple to explain that to the novice wrestlers, and usually kind of sticks in their mind a little bit. So.
Yeah, there's not a wide array of moves that are going to be successful for you from reaching back out of the bottom. So
no,
against an experienced wrestler anyway. So Granby
follow it. Good Granby.
It's going to get him looking, try to get an escape, but Sanford kept control there by grabbing that leg.
Oh, this is big for Kingsley. He gets the fall. Cronin gets the fall. That's big for Kingsley. That's 14-12.
Straight fall for Kingsley. That's going to put Woodbury Central into a little bit of a hole. I'm sure that they maybe weren't hoping to be in there. I'm not sure if that was fully expected to have those two. So 220
Ashton Lipke for Woodbury.
And he's taking on Caden Kraft of Kingsley-Pierson. Caden Kraft, a sophomore, 2-6 record on this season. And Ashton Lipke is, trying to find my notes here. Ashton Lipke's 2-5 on the season. He's a freshman for Woodbury Central.
No, Ashton, he's shown some glimmers where he's, he can do a lot of good things, and then it's just kind of fallen off a little bit. So
yeah, the tournament at the Doug Wood, I think that he showed a lot of fight in a lot of those matches.
Yeah,
nice takedown there, nice finish. That last match at the Doug Wood, I would have liked to seen him finish a little bit harder. So that's just going to come with the want to a little bit with the age. Sometimes that want to and that fight to finish all the way to the last second. But nice takedown finish there, and a nice chop there, bring him to the mat, break those hips down, and try to get a turn. We definitely could use a six going the other way here.
Could use some bonus points at this point in time. Right.
Hold him there.
Yeah. Stack him up there.
Yeah, keep it. So he's got to jump the other side there.
The concepts are coming along for Ashton.
Yep,
I mean,
that was
he knows what they're great. That type of stuff is, he understands where he needs to be. Yep. So
and he lost that arm, but knew how to hook it back. Those seem like basic things, I know, if you're an experienced wrestling spectator, but those are things that people don't have. So nice
job
by Ashton Lipke. Woodbury Central definitely needed that. Nice fall.
Great job by Ashton. Levi Davis coming to the mat now.
So Levi Davis, obviously not our normal heavyweight. We bumped some people up here and moved some weights. He's going to move to heavyweight. He's going to be taking on Jacob Kraft from Kingsley-Pierson.
Okay.
Jacob Kraft is also a freshman, big freshman then. A couple of big freshmen there, young kids there for Kingsley-Pierson. He's 1-4 on the season. Levi Davis 2-1 before the night began here. So Levi Davis is a junior, so he's probably got a little bit of maturity growing into that size of body for him.
Yeah, just doesn't have a lot of varsity mat time.
Nope.
You know, he came along nicely in football. Levi did. He stepped up and filled in some roles. So that was nice to see. It gave him some confidence coming to wrestling. I know.
So interesting there. Kraft went for the headlock on Davis, and last night we were working on headlocks. And funny enough, Woodbury Central. I wouldn't say we're a headlocking team. It's not really something that we encourage a lot of kids to hit. Some teams that works for them. That's just not our style. The story I'm getting to is Levi Davis and his partner both didn't have any idea how to throw a headlock. So I think that brought a little bit of a smile to Coach McElrath's face that they did not know how to throw a headlock. We had to first show how to throw one so they could learn how to defend it. So kind of funny there, but I went to a lot of Predators clubs, and Damon Claiborne ran that club. And one of the first times I went there, he was showing the headlock, and he came over and he goes, "I'm only showing it to teach him how to defend it." And coming from Damon, we grew up with Damon wrestling in high school, and he threw a lot of headlocks as a heavyweight stuff. And it was funny that I think my eyes were as big as the room, like, oh, this is what we're getting ourselves into. But it was funny hearing him explain, like, "Oh no, that's not what it was." Yeah. I have to tell you, I think it gets a little bad position here for Levi. That's a good job to scrambling out of that.
Yes.
He's been kind of, score doesn't show up, but he's been kind of dominating this match. There's really no reason to give up a fall there. We got locked hands.
Yeah, that's, you like to see that out of Levi. Hey, I'm in a danger, I'm going to bail. So
there's a time to wrestle through position and a time to know when it's time to eject, hit the eject button there. And so that was a good eject button. So reaching back there again. Don't need to see that.
No,
just see him get rid of that.
Does a nice job getting to his knee slide stand up. Just needs to commit to it. 2-point reversal.
Nice reversal there right at the end of the period. I think we've seen that a couple times tonight from Woodbury Central, and those are big. I don't think people realize how big that is when you're talking under 10, under 5 seconds, you're scoring points, and especially in a situation like this where you turn right around and get choice, that's humongous.
Yes,
really
it
like
is.
In football, flipping the field there.
Yeah. Let's run forward, run out of it. Spin out to his other way. Spin out the other way, Levi. The scoreboard, that's 9-2, 1:30 left in the second period. I think the coaches are saying power half.
A lot of times there's still work here where you definitely want bonus, so getting that one more point would be huge, but kind of in these, it's not typical, I would say, to see a lot of tech fall situations or majors in heavyweight matches. They're usually kind of low scoring or they end in a fall, so if you can wear them down here, maybe we get a turn on him. Looks like he's got a nice butcher.
Butcher, yes,
here.
This is good. And Levi likes his butcher. He does a good job with it, too. He's going to get the fall here.
There you go. Nice adjustment. Nice 6-point pickup. Going to bring us back around to the little guys here.
Yeah, go from the big guys to the little guys. The change of scenery.
Heading this way for Woodbury Central. I'm not sure if Kingsley-Pierson has anybody on my records, but
I don't believe so. That's going to put the score 32-12 for Woodbury Central leads. Cats are going to forfeit here at 13 with Willer.
Yeah, Willer's got a little bit of a leg issue he ran into. I'm not sure if that'll work out for him for Saturday, but for tonight they're just telling him to go ahead and rest on it there. So that's going to be a trading off of a couple of forfeits, a 6 and 6. Take us to 120 pounds.
This will be a good match here, Brand and Juarez. So.
Yeah, They battled a number of times last year, and I'm pretty sure it was at least 3. I know that Brand got Juarez once, if I remember right. I could be wrong. I think that was at Ida Grove, maybe when he got one Juarez.
Yes, yeah.
Tournament, I think maybe is where he got at him. But Juan's got the better of Brand more times than Brand would like. So it's going to be a nice little time to see here over the off season. Where we both fell coming into this season.
Who put in the work?
So Brand Beaver is finished third at conference last year. So far this season, he is undefeated. Juan Orez was a district qualifier last year and was a conference champion for Western Valley Conference. He does have 3 losses on the season. I think they went and wrestled there at Sergeant Bluff, and he ran into some tough kids there. So.
Yeah, they went to the arena tournament, or the Sergeant Bluff Invitation at the arena. And, I mean, you're going to see the Millard South, a real good, high-quality tournament. So, yeah, I mean, Kingsley's got their kids have some losses that are high-quality losses, and that's good to see. I mean, that's what you have to do. You know, we went to that tournament. Nice.
Oh, 1-2, but Juan comes right back with that gives him 2 on the reversal. So Brand had a hand on the map there still for a quick second to give that 2, but what were you saying, Jeff?
That's fine. That's fine. No, I was just saying, you know, it's nice to see Kingsley's in that tournament. Sergeant Bluff's done a nice job bringing some high-quality teams in. Kind of like when we head down to, the Riverside tournament this weekend. See a lot of good teams down there. Then go over to Northland. I mean, it's just critical to get out of the area and see some of those kids you don't see on a weekly basis. So
with seeing that state tournament now, it's more important than ever. You got to get out there and you got to see all your competition. And even if you're not going to see the guy that you potentially face in that bracket, you might see a guy that's going to see him, and that helps you as well. So
yeah.
Brand's got to fight those hands, but I hate to see him have his head on the mat for that reason right there. I know you're working on those hands. You've got to kind of be aware of your full body there.
He's doing a nice job working his left arm out, crawling on the mat, get rid of that chicken wing.
He's got his hips out. Got a wing on him, though, but getting your feet here is the move, I believe.
Juan's doing a nice job keeping that tight waist, that wing. He feels comfortable there.
So Juarez has been a couple times, I believe, state qualifier, I believe. Senior season here, though, so I'm sure he's looking to kind of breach that gap of being a place winner and making that next step. We're all locked up here at 2-2. Woodbury Central, Brand Beaver's going to defer. Juan Juarez for Kingsley-Pierson is going to take down, and Beaver's just going to go ahead and let him right to his feet right away.
Yep. Brand feels comfortable on his feet, and that's where he should wrestle.
So we got Juarez leading 3-2 to start the second. Juarez got that 2-on-1 kind of. Beaver's got his wrist controls. I think that put a stop to that.
Brand's doing a real nice job with his clubs, his elbow passes. He's going to get more comfortable, pulling the trigger on that and getting into some shots.
Nice movement there from Beaver.
I got his hips a little bit too
scoring situation for Juarez. He wraps up the hips. Brand's going to try to keep a hold of that ankle. Looking for the stalemate more than likely here. Finally going to get that. So nice job by Brand.
Yeah.
But really easy there to just abandon that and keep wrestle out of a new position, but he would have also given up 2 and a 3-point lead. So nice job.
Yep. Get your hands on him, Brand.
Kind of got him down to the map there, and I think Juarez did a good job of kind of head blocking there too, and kind of blocking off any angle there for Brand.
Get off your knees.
It is again.
Yep. Juarez must have a contact that's jammed up in his eye, so it gave him a little second to adjust that. 40 seconds left in the second period. Juarez leads.
Nice movement.
Nice movement by Brand.
For the two. He's
got to ride him out here.
So that's what he likes to do.
Yeah.
He's got those legs split.
Yep. Use this leg Turk.
Right there, go.
I really like to see Brandon, get a secure point. I like secure points. Get an anchor down there below and then go work on the upper body.
So he's got that arm underneath. I'm sure he's going to try to go to the butcher here.
He likes the butcher. 5 seconds left in the second period. Brands leads 4-3.
So Juarez did a good job there catching up his foot with his foot there, catching ankles there.
Yeah.
Stopped the momentum of Beaver coming around on that. Otherwise, I think he might have been in a little bit of trouble there. But Beaver's going to have the lead.
Goes 4-3 here, has the lead. We're going down. I thought we might choose neutral here. We've taken Juarez down twice, and we struggled to get out in the first period. So maybe coaches saw something different. They feel comfortable with a 1 point lead in the third and think Juarez is going to have to let him up. Or
yeah, I think that's probably what I would guess. That's what they're thinking is that either Brand gets the escape or Juarez lets him go. That means that Beaver's going to have to definitely show Juarez that he's not going to be able to hold him down. So Juarez is putting a lot of pressure on him, but kind of just hanging on there. So Beaver's got to.
Juarez does have a stall call.
Yep. So there we
nice.
Go. 1 is fine, 2 is better. He gave him 2. So
he got the 2.
Got a nice lead.
He's got a wing. Nope.
He's got a nice 3-point lead.
3-point lead for Beaver, 6-3.
He's got a great hold on the arm tight there. So if he can keep that and keep working that, he's got a half in.
He will run this thing.
He will run it.
In a spiral all the way down to China.
Yeah, he's got to be careful on those switch-offs. I hate to see him get full.
Because they are quick.
Yeah, you don't need to give up a free one. Oh
boy.
Real close there.
That was close for my liking.
I'd like you to I'd like to see him just go work something else here, but
yeah, you give up one, it's a 6-4 match, and then you're a reversal away.
I'm not a gambler.
No.
Give a 3-point lead. So Beaver's going to look for this butcher again. He's got that arm tucked underneath.
This has been a really good match for Brand. I mean,
if he can finish this out here, he's going to be going into Saturday at the Riverside Tournament feeling pretty confident, I would think.
Yeah.
And that's, and early in the season, building off confidence that early is only going to lead to good things. So,
and Brand is, he's certified to go to 113, so he can make that decision if he wants to, as we get ahead later in the year.
If you look at the landscape of things, you never know how things shake out at the end right now. Some people there that might give him a challenge that he might have to get through. Becerra's there, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure is how you pronounce that.
Yeah, but the Missouri Valley.
Yeah, Missouri Valley
is the Logan freshman res.
The Logan freshman, He's also there. So I think those are a couple of kids that are really going to not be roadblocks, I wouldn't say.
No.
But 2 kids you're going to have to get through. I'm sure they're just as concerned with Beaver as he would be with them. So we'll see how he decides as the year goes on here. If he keeps wrestling like this at 20,
there's no reason.
No reason to change.
Get stronger, build on it. That's a great win, 6-3.
I will tell you that Brand is feeling good about that. I know that's a guy that he's battled with a couple times, and that's a measuring stick for Brand with a multiple-time state qualifier, and that's a great win for him.
Yeah. Voss will be up against Carson Sentience at 126.
Another friendly rematch when towns are so close together. We don't maybe see each other as much as we used to back in the day, but we see each other enough to be familiar. This is similar to the Brand Beaver Juarez situation. Gunner did get at Ida Grove at Sentience one time last year.
He did.
He's got it Voss more times throughout the course of the season, but they meet up here again. So just like the last one, we'll see where we land as this season opens up. Sentience was a conference champ last year, and Gunnar Voss was second, and I believe they met in the finals.
They did.
Club. Inside. Yeah.
Simpson's chops that arm. He's going to go right to a wing. He's trying to work that wing in there, it looks like. So as soon as he gets off to the side, Gunner's going to have to get to his base. That's a nice job by Simpsons. As soon as he went that other way to defend the wing, he went right into a half.
He did.
Real quick.
Good transition.
He's going to have to keep working that hand. So Voss is trying to get those fingers, but the farther he goes that way, the harder that position is going to be. But he kept with it, and that's going to keep him out of the fall for right now. So nice job by Voss. Not giving up on those, prying those fingers off.
Simpsons is going to give up, get his 3 back point.
5-0 Simpsons right now over Voss.
You know, Carson's put in a lot of time in the off season. I do know that. You know, and that comes to light here when you take the mat. I mean, it really, what you do in the off season, the sport's about work and effort, and and Carson's put in some time. You can tell that he looks physically really good. And now I'm not sure, you don't see Carson popping down to 20.
Yeah,
he might be a 20-pounder by the end of the year too. Looked pretty good at 26, but.
Sit up. Yep. Again. Get back up.
So, yeah, they went straight into each other there. Voss was stunned for a minute, and that's probably going to cost him here. Some back points anyway for sure for now. See if he can fight back out of his back like he did earlier.
Yeah, that was a head-on collision. Yeah. That was a hard head-on collision, and it kind of shocked him. I mean,
club.
Per protocol, you almost think that you might have to stop that. I mean, that's another one. I don't think he realized what the ref's not noticing what's happening to the other wrestler.
Yeah,
because it stunned him where he was a little bit. Concussion, not that I'd like to talk about concussion protocol all the time, but you got to at least evaluate the athlete and make sure that everything's okay to continue on. And just, I know it changes the move, but it is.
So we have Tyler Orzechowski for Kingsley-Pierson and Ryder Cooley for Woodbury Central. Ryder Cooley, undefeated so far this season, district qualified for last year, conference champion. Orzechowski is a junior, 9-2 so far this season. He was the 3rd place finisher last year at the conference tournament.
Yeah, he's a goer. He's not just gonna give up. I mean, and he's one of those kids that he wears this with a pride, I think, on his side. So
yeah.
But Cooley's a gamer. Yeah. He's going to bring his A game.
Yeah. So Cooley is wrestling at 32. So he made weight at 32 tonight. We saw him at 38 the first match, but he goes ahead and fills in a slot there at 32 right now. So he's feeling this weight class for the first time.
Did Schmidt weigh in at 32?
Schmidt also weighed in at 32, but it looks like he is going to either wrestle at 38, and he's wrestled at 45 this year as well, but I don't think he can go up to 2 weight classes, so I'm assuming we'll see him.
That's an odd move.
38. Yeah.
I mean, you would think they'd want to go head-to-head here and try to get a decision if they think they can beat Cooley. You'd think they'd try to get a head-to-head and try to get the next 2 matches to have a chance to win the duel. So if Woodbury Central wins this match by decision, they win the duel.
Yep.
So they must not be going for the duel win.
No, and even if you're not going for the duel win, which I would think that you would, if you've weighed in at 32, obviously somewhere in your future you're thinking that's an option for you. Here's a great opportunity to go out and wrestle a high-quality wrestler. You're talking about conference seeding on the line. You're talking about potentially 2 state qualifiers. We're talking about sectional district kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kingsley.
They go to a different district
with
us.
Different districts. So when you're talking about getting down to state, even if you're talking about not seeing them at sectional districts, that's going to make a big difference. This was an opportunity, I guess, maybe missed for both parties, really. I'm not trying to call out the Kingsley wrestling squad here. I'm just talking about both sides of things had a real good opportunity to see what they could do against another wrestler they likely will plan on seeing again. So,
well, I mean, I'm just looking at it from a team point perspective. Obviously, Schmidt's your guy at 32. If he's a 32-pounder, he gets a decision here. They go 27-35. They sneak off 2 pins. They win the duel.
Yep.
We get a decision here. All we need is a decision. 38-24. They get 2 pins. They can't catch it. I mean, it's over.
No, you're definitely right.
I mean, they're not worried about winning the duel. I just don't understand. I don't understand the reasoning for it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Not that it means something to win the duel, but that's what we're here for.
Yep.
on a Thursday night, we're here to wrestle a duel meet.
No, I assure you that we want to win the duel.
Yeah, and maybe they think their guy here can do it too. And I mean, this is their best way. But I really believe in Ryder Cooley, and he's one of the guys that we think heavily about. So
we're a minute 20 left in the second, and Cooley is leading 2-1.
Tyler won't back down.
No.
He's going to come 6 full minutes. I'll give him credit there.
That's where Cooley really likes to get to. Cooley got to
pop your head to the side.
He's got to get his head out to the side there.
Left side.
He's got to push that leg off.
There's 2.
There you go.
That's 2. Now it's 2. That is 2.
So 4-1 now in favor of Cooley.
I'm also a guy that's like, hey, if we got 2 studs that can reach on a Thursday night, let's watch that match. I just want to watch it.
Yeah.
Just as a fan, like that's what I come for. Like, I know your son and I, we would come these Tuesday, Thursdays, and it would just drive us bonkers that our kids would wrestle for 15, 20 seconds, and they'd have a quality opponent, and all of a sudden they were gone. It's like, let's wrestle. Let's have fun.
Yeah,
on the other side of the state, that stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah. So the other part about that is that about the seeding the state tournament, whether you're in favor of it or not, there's good things and there's drawbacks, and one of the drawbacks is protecting records and that kind of stuff. There's some people that like to take that avenue instead of the one we spoke about earlier, where it's like get out there and see what you can do against this guy and see if you can get some points on him for the seeding spot. Some people go the other way, so you never know what people are thinking, but like you said, it's apparent maybe not, but it doesn't look like they made this move necessarily to win the duel, so I'm not sure why you wouldn't have went the other way either. Who's got to get back there and peel that off. The front.
He likes being in this position.
Get the chin.
Gets another 2, leads 6-1. 58 seconds.
Looks like he might have hit a little bit of a wall here. Like he kind of gave that one up.
A little bit easier than he did at the beginning of the match.
Agreed. So
35
seconds left here. Anything can happen. 30 seconds is a lot of time. It's not looking right now and as I say, Cooley's going to get a fall necessarily, and I'm sure that's what he was looking for. That's what we're always looking for when we come out every one. But he wrestled 2 full matches tonight, and I'm a firm believer in that can pay off in the long run.
I would agree.
Everybody wants to get out there and get those falls, but you get in some early tough matches you got to grind out. That can pay off later when you really need to get it.
I would agree with you. Cooley's looking really good. It's nice to get him down to 32.
he's got that on his shoulders. You know, maybe he doesn't want to stay there every single week, but you got that weigh in and it's marked off. Now we're going to see Damon Schmid of Kingsley-Pierson against Carter Black of Woodbury Central at 138 pounds. Damon Schmid is a senior, 8-2 record so far this year. Third at Western Valley Conference last year, which is a little misleading. That was a pretty tough conference. Last year, took third, and he was also a state qualifier last year for the Panthers. Carter Black, we talked about this last week, making his kind of varsity debut here last week and seeing his first dual action here for the Wildcats.
Yes. Damon's a high-quality kid, got a lot of horsepower. I mean, I wanted to see the Cooley-Schmid match, you know. That's fun for me. I mean, as a fan, that's what you come for. But, you know, and that's because I have a lot of respect for Damon. He's always showed up. He's a gamer. He wrestles well. And
So
especially, I mean, I look at the score of the duel, and you know, I think that like there was an avenue that they could find a way to win, and that's where I kind of was thinking, well, that's the purpose.
Schmid hits what I guess in my day we call it the old farmer's boy. Puts that on Black, gets the fall there. Schmid's probably strengths are on his feet, and he has a switch he really likes to go to from the bottom. So getting a pin like that with the combination that he put on there, he's going to want to keep working that and add that to his toolbox there. So now we got
Marshall Benson and Tristan Jessen on the mat.
Marshall Benson and Tristan Jessen of Woodbury Central. Marshall Benson of Kingsley-Pierson. So Tristan Jessen's, before the night started, 6-1 senior, and Marshall Benson is a junior for Kingsley-Pierson, 2-3 so far in the season. Finished 5th last year in the conference tournament.
Yep.
I'd like to see him stick with this cradle here.
Yeah.
I know that's not his thing necessarily, but he kind of had it there, and he switched off to an interesting lock there where he had two hands on the leg. He's been in that position a couple times. I guess I'd like to see him maybe try to work with finishing on that since he's in that position so often. It seems like it'd be easy for him to go to from there.
Nice level change to a double.
He really likes to clear those arms, gets that wrist control, clears those arms, and he really likes to get that straight on double.
Yes.
He does a good job with it.
Wish he wouldn't go to his knees.
The thing I think that he could add to it would just be a simple making a little bit more of an angle instead of just so straight on all the time. If you can hit it that great straight on, getting an angle, that'll just make it that much easier, that much more explosive.
Tristan's got to get that left knee to block that head.
Yeah.
That will pivot him right over.
So he's going to work on breaking him down here, and then I would assume he's going to come right back. No, lost the arm there.
10 seconds left in the first. Tristan's up 2-0. We're on the last match of the night at 145 pounds. Without any unforeseen circumstances, Woodbury Central does have the duel locked up. They lead 38-30.
Unless somebody starts getting crazy and some team points, should be a dual victory.
Unless we pull a Iowa State after match craziness that they allowed to happen. I don't understand that, but I guess that's the way it is.
I'm not always sure who's in charge of that. I don't know if it's the refs or if it's somebody else that's supposed to take care of those situations. But whether it's football or I don't know if anybody, little basketball talk during wrestling, the congratulatory line that happened over there in Carlisle, I'm not sure who's in charge when those kind of things get crazy and out of control like that. But somebody's got to be in charge of that and take control of those situations. So
yeah. the bantering back and forth during the dual meet. I watched that one and I enjoyed it. I did not enjoy that part of it. It's like, hey, you're the number 1 ranked team in the country. You did a good job. You beat the team. Go shake their hands, get off the mat, and head back to the locker room. This is going to be tight.
Yep.
He slips out of it. Benson slips out of it.
So on the other mat here, West Monona went 2-0 on the night. They defeated Ridgeview 60-18. So they're definitely in control right now of the conference dual race.
Yeah, they got to be feeling pretty good where they're at right now from a conference dual perspective.
I haven't really looked at it too much on paper, I guess. I'm not sure how that will shake out in terms of the conference tournament. Sometimes a dual team doesn't always make the best tournament team. I haven't looked at it, so maybe it is. Maybe they're just as stacked up to make a run at it there too. But
I think the Wildcats need to have 14 guys on the roster for the tournament. To make sure we can maximize points. I mean, I know the Lawton crowd thinks that's how we win.
Yeah.
Is only having 14 guys because we fill the roster. Well, that's part of the plan.
Yes, it is.
I will give them credit. I mean, I know they've been on an 8-year plan over there to get things turned around, but part of our plan, and I feel comfortable talking about this on our broadcast because they're comfortable talking about it on a podcast, and I just want to fix the record and let them know that, yes, that is part of the plan. That's part of a team to have 14 guys compete. And that's what makes duels exciting, like tonight, where there's full lineups and it goes toe-to-toe and you see what happens.
I'm going to name teams here, and I'm not trying to call out teams. I'm just saying the unfortunate situations of Sibley Ocheyedan seems like they only have four guys right now on the roster. I just saw Council Bluffs, St. Albert, I think, had 2 guys. I mean, you're not going to build a dual team, let alone a program, let alone a dual team.
Yeah.
When you're talking about 2 guys in the wrestling room or 4 guys in the wrestling room, that's rough, and that's not me calling out those programs.
I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, that's important for just building up your program. You got guys in the room, and you can switch off with this guy and that guy and see so many different styles more than just filling the lineup and getting 6 points. Having, numbers and filling lineups is important for more reasons than just getting free 6 points all over the board.
Yes. I saw Tripoli, and we go over there after Christmas. They had one wrestler in a duel. 9-0 here. Tristan Jessen gets the fall.
Fall there. So Tristan, dominant fashion there, really never in a problem in that match. Controlled it from start to finish. Nice work by him.
Yeah.
Going to give the Wildcats what was already a win a little bit bigger of a lead. 44-30. So they take down the Kingsley-Pierson Panthers. Wildcats go 1-1 on the night. I'm sure the win here against Kingsley-Pierson tastes good, but it's going to taste a little bittersweet, I'm sure, on the ride home, knowing that we dropped that one to West Monona. But there's really, like you said, nothing to hang your head about on that. I definitely don't want the team to go in and thinking that they failed anybody or let anybody down. It's just like I said, West Monona's been building a program, and they caught us at a time where we got a couple spots that we're just trying to build up to, and we're fine where we're at. We're gonna be right back to business.
I know the coaches. They don't come here on a Thursday night to lose. Nope. That's just kind of how it is with the Wildcats. So they're going to get back in the room, and I can promise the locker room talk after that duel is pretty direct on the expectations when we come out here, and a lot of people don't like how direct our coaching staff is about that, but we expect to win. And I'm like you. West Monona's been building that program. They've done a nice job. The coaches they just continue to, you see improvement out of their athletes, and nothing to hang our hats on, but time to kind of regroup and rebuild and move on and realize, hey, we can win the conference tournament. We just got to get everybody kind of clicking at one time, everybody in the room, everybody training for the same mission, and it's still dual state is still an opportunity once we see the full team, the full lineup that the Woodbury Central can offer. So I think there's a lot of upside to tonight. It's hey, this is where we're at right now, and what do we need to do to move forward?
Like I said, maybe you don't know what will happen. Maybe maybe West Monona has an off night. We get a chance to get back in there for that. But if not, hey, we keep wrestling and we keep putting the team together, and we can get out there and accomplish our goals. Run into regional duels maybe, and they were there last year, and we were there last year, and maybe we get back there again. And we've never not pulled off being the underdog before.
No,
so,
yeah,
we have a chance to do that again.
Exactly. So, well, I appreciate everybody that listened in tonight. My name is Jeff Klingensmith, and Justin Locke here with me tonight, and we're going to be signing off. The Wildcats do lose their first conference duel in 4 years to West Monona, but come back strong against Kingsley-Pierson with a win, and I'm sure not 100% what the Wildcats wanted tonight, but we're sure happy to be walking out of here 1-1 and moving on to this weekend down at Oakland Riverside. There will not be any live stream down there at Oakland Riverside, so you'll want to follow along on Track Wrestling to watch how the Wildcats perform. We will be back in action on Thursday. I believe it's at Ridgeview on Thursday. We'll have the live stream over there on Thursday for everybody to watch. And then the following Saturday, the wrestling team travels over to North Lynn, and we will not have a live broadcast on that one. They use the NFHS broadcast. So that after Ridgeview, that puts us off for Christmas. And then when we come back for Christmas, we'll be over in Tripoli. We'll do a live broadcast of that tournament over there. So we're giving you as many opportunities as you can to watch the Wildcats perform, and you're going to continue to see them improve week to week. So appreciate it. Justin, have a great night. It was great to do this with you.
It was fun.
Talk next Thursday.
All right.